Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. We are here for another edition of Cumberland at Home Summer Edition. I hope you're enjoying your activity kits and the activities that we have done so far. Today, we're going to work on a couple of new activities, but before we do that, I want to make sure that we remember some things that we were taught and that we review so that when we play the games, we have great success with those. So, there's a couple of vocabulary words I want you to look at today that we're going to talk about. And when I show you these words, I hope that your brain starts thinking, oh, I remember that, or you have some kind of connection to these words. So the first important word we're going to talk about is place. What is the place of each number or each digit? Then when we talk about place, we also have to talk about what is the digits of value. Remember in our previous video, we talked about decomposing numbers and composing numbers. And then how do we use all of this to compare numbers? Now, these are the concepts that are really going to help you with the games that we're going to play today. So let's first talk about that word place. I'm sure you remember in class, you've heard of the words ones, tens, hundreds, maybe thousands. So that is the place of the number. For example, in my number 27, we have a 7 that is in the ones place. Our 2 is in the tens place. Then in our next number we're looking at, we have a 2 that is in the ones place and a 3 that is in the tens place. So those are simply places. Sometimes you might have seen them with numbers drawn on or lines drawn under them. And then we say, what place is the 2 in? Well, the 2 is in tens place. What place is the 3 in? The 3 is in tens place. And for right now, we're just going to talk about 2-digit numbers, but then we'll move on and do a little bit more tricky things. So if we're just talking about place, that means what is its place. Now, what does that really mean? What is the value of the number in each place? So if we look at 7, we know a 7 in ones place, its value is 7 ones. What about the 2? Think about that. The 2 is in tens place, so the value of 2 tens would be how much? If you have 2 tens, you would have 20. So its value is actually 20. So again, we have its place, and what value is assigned to that place based on the digit. I'm sure in class you've seen things like this, where you have the ones units, you use the cubes, the tens, which are the rods, if you've seen those, and each rod represents a 10. So this also helps you understand its value and its place. The next thing I want you to think about is what does that really mean? So think about something for a minute. Does the value of a number depend upon the place that it's in? So let's look at that with our example of 27. In this place, the value of the 7 we know is 7 ones. What if that 7 changed places? So what if the 7 was in the tens place? So if we had a number with a 7 here, and let's switch them around. A 2 there. Did the value of my 7 change? Well, I know that this is ones place, and a 2 in the ones place gives me a value of 2. And then my 7, now it is in the tens place, which means 7 tens or 70. So that value went up, didn't it? So the value of a number depends on the place that it is in. That's something to remember when we play the game. Now let's look at the other concepts that we talked about. Let's talk about decomposing a number. Sometimes we can realize its value more if we decompose it. So if we look at 27, let's decompose it and take it apart. That means 7 ones and 2 tens. Sometimes that's called word form, and if we write it out with what it actually looks like, it could be expanded form and all those different forms that you talked about with your teachers. So if we decompose it and break it apart, we can tell we have 2 tens and 7 ones. So if we look at the number 32, let's decompose that. We have 2 1s and 3 10s. So which number has more value? The ones place doesn't really help us because we have to make sure we use the entire number. So the one that has 3 10s is actually going to have more value. It's going to be the greater number. So in the game that we're going to play, we have to pay attention to building the greatest number that we can. So the value of the digit is going to be very important. Now we're going to start playing the game. So I want you to go to your activity boxes and you're going to have to get a few things. Once you get those things, come back and we'll get started playing the game. So the things that you need to go gather are your playing cards. These are in your math kit. And 2 of the lessons. You want to get the lesson that says how high can you go and the lesson how low can you go. When you get these and your playing cards, I want you to come back. So go ahead and pause until you get those and then come back. Now that you have your materials, you're going to need to do something with your playing cards. So take your cards out of the deck. You're going to go through your cards and you're going to take out any of the face cards, anything that has a face on it. So that's your jacks, your queens, your kings. We don't need the jokers either. So all of those are going to come out. Also the 10s. So you're going to leave everything else in the deck. So you're going to leave ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9s in your deck. Once you have done that, then you are ready to set up and play your game. Okay, now that you have your supplies, we're going to do the activity. Just like before, you're not going to see me, but you're going to be able to hear me because I want to show you what this activity looks like. So the first one we're going to do is how high can you go? The object of this game is to beat your opponent by creating the highest 2-digit number that you can. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your card deck. And remember, this is the one where we took out the face cards and the 10s and the jokers. And if you're the dealer, you're going to deal, each of you get 4 cards. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. The pile you're just going to put over here because you're going to use that in a minute. The person that didn't deal gets to go first. So what they're going to do is they're going to turn over one of their cards. Now they have to place it in one of the slots. So if you remember from place value, this is our ones place, this is our tens place. We want to create the largest number that we can. So it's kind of a game of strategy. You have to think about where you put it because here's the tricky part. Once you lay it down, you can't move it. So you really have to think about what is the value of that number depending on which place I put it in. Also, there is one thing you can do. They allow you to skip or to not use one of the cards one time per round. So this is how the game's going to go. I dealt, so I'm player 1. Player 2 is going to turn over a card. They have an ace. An ace counts as a 1. So I have to think to myself, I'm trying to make the highest number that I can. I definitely don't want to put the ace in the first slot because that would be 10's place, and I'm only going to have 1 10. I could put it over here, or I could decide to use my pass and not use that card, which is what I think I'll do. So I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to pick my next card. Ooh, I got a 9. So I have to think. I'm trying to build the biggest number. Am I going to put the 9 in the ones place, or am I going to get the most value for my buck and put the 9 in the tens place, which is 9 tens or 90? I'm leaving that right there. All right. My turn again because I'm both people. But anyway, here we go. I got a 2. 2 is kind of tricky. I don't know what I should do. I don't know if I should put it down or skip it and hope for the best. I'm going to play it. But I'm going to play it in my ones place and hope I get a big card to start off. So I'm going to put it right here. Now it's back to this person. They're going to go again. I'm feeling pretty confident with that 9 in my tens place. So I'm going to put it down right here. That's my number. I'm going with it. Think about something right now. If you're strategizing and thinking, this person already has 93. This person has a 2 in the ones place. Can they win? I don't know. Let's see. An ace. That would be a 1 in the tens place or 12. This person hasn't used their pass, so let's go there. 8. I'm going to have to use it because I already used my pass. So, look at your two numbers. Player 1 formed an 82. Player 2 formed a 93. Who wins that round? Player 2. Good. Then you're going to clear your cards. And the other person, it is their turn to deal. So again, you're going to deal 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. It's kind of tricky when you're both players. This time, I'm going to go here. I got a 1. It's kind of early in the game. I'm going to use my pass. I got a 9. Okay, I'm going to put my 9 in the tens place and get the most value for that digit based on where I put it. This person's turn. I got a 6. Not horrible, kind of, not so bad. I don't want to put it in the tens place, but I think I'm going to try it here. All right, back to this person. Oh my goodness. Woohoo. All right, I'm going to put it here for sure. Back to this person. A 5. Knowing that they have already 99 is their high number, I'm going to have to use my pass and hope for the best. I got a 2. Okay, well, obviously, they build a 99, they built a 26, it's tied. And then I would go on to the next. I hope you played that game and had some fun playing some multiple rounds with your friend or your partner. You're going to do the same exact thing in this game, but this game is titled How Low Can You Go? So we're going to use the same strategy and the same skills, but we're going to use them a little bit differently. So you set up your game the exact same way. You're going to deal out 4 cards to you and your partner. But this time, we're trying to build the lowest number we can. So we have to kind of think in a little different way. So I dealt, so this person's going to go first. They have a 5. I want the lowest number I can build. I get 1 pass. I don't think I'm going to pass just yet. But I think I'm going to play it safe and put my 5 in the ones place and hope I get something lower on my next one. Now it's my turn. Ooh, 2's pretty low. There's only 1 card, the ace, that is lower than this. Trying to build the lowest possible. I'm going to take a chance and put my 2 in the tens place and hope my partner doesn't get anything lower than that for their tens place. Next time, my turn. Oh, I got a 7. If I'm building a low number, do I want to put that there? I sure don't. I'm going to skip and hope for the best. Oh, I got a 3. It's not a horrible number, but I know what they have. It's okay. Check again. Now, I would normally probably skip this number, but because I can see what my partner built, I am going to just place it down because I know that I built the lower number. So you're going to play this just like the last game. You're going to play several rounds, take turns. Who deals? The person who doesn't deal goes first. If you want to make this a little bit more tricky, you can go back and play the other game and this game and put something up so that you can't see your partner's cards until you're all done. That way, it would really take some strategy, and you'd really have to think about where they're at without knowing what they got. I hope you have fun playing How High Can You Go and How Low Can You